This is KVCI. I've said it over and over again that looking back down the annals of history for South Georgia and the Southern Judiciary, I only wonder if the Quitman 10 could even receive a fair trial down here in this area. And I've had lawyers, not only in South Georgia, but in other areas, tell me that there are very few black judges. And a lot of people know that there's a problem, and we can only wonder why there has been no investigation. Very few people want to talk about the justice system. Our young children, especially our young black boys and poor white young men, they have a different view of the justice system than many of us older people, because they see what's going on, and it's kind of sad. But let's not cast shadows on that. Let's just continue to pursue the truth wherever it leads, because we know that somewhere, sooner or later, the truth will be out for everyone to see. Let's continue this journey as we come to a close.
What that gonna do, hopefully? That'll come up at some point. And again, to say that there are no black judges, and I want everybody to lecture on judges, but to simply say that because someone's not black, then that judge won't give a fair trial, I think that's very unfair to say.
Well, it seemed like there's a problem because the blacks on the Board of Education, Brooks County, for the first time in history, was a majority black, and it seemed like that presented a problem. And yet blacks have always sat before white judges, and for the most part, if we had a problem with it, was no problem, because nothing we could do about it for the most part. Before President Barack Obama, we always voted for, when we finally got a right to vote, we voted for white male president, just like white women always vote for white male presidents. But it is what it is, and so they think that apparently that people don't have a brain, and that God just created a lot of stupid people. But I thank God for the weekend when Joseph Lowry and all those that came down to stand in support of the Quitman 10. And it's not just in Quitman 10. A lot of these people who are talking may not even know that's the same problem in Madison, or Willacoochee, or Tallahassee, and many other rural areas around the state of Georgia, as well as across the nation. It's not just in Brooks County. As the late Senator Robert Brown said, and you can Google Senator Brown and the Quitman 10, and you can hear the rest of the stories, Paul Harvey would say. It's all out there if you want to seek it. If a lot of this, the news media could have investigated and reported. Instead, much of the information concerning the Quitman 10 has never been reported. The only place you can find it is in the archive or record that I have compiled. I have people working on it in Atlanta, and eventually it will become a part of South Georgia history, and it will state the truth, the real truth, and it will name the agencies that has tried to shape history. But I believe that the true and complete record must be maintained for us who want the truth, and for coming generations of our children and grandchildren, so they'll know what the real deal was. Although some tried to not publish what happened.
I can't imagine what else he was intimating except for saying just that. So it doesn't have to be a black judge to get a fair trial. We don't know where the trial's going to be yet either. So again, We'll just have to wait and see. With that, we're going to break and come right back. We will talk some sports and some other things.
Normally I try to get around that, but they take that.
Brought to you by back after this on the
Without being in a hurry, I was really on his part.
The morning drive with Quitman.
It ain't about like.
I called in again and addressed more issues. I also invited the owner, or I mean the show host. I kind of invited myself, you know, to be on his program.